also investigating. Get this, a bomb threat was called in at Brian Thompson's home in Minnesota hours after he was shot to death. In the wake of Thompson's murder, anger, threats, and vitriol are being directed at healthcare insurance companies all over, putting CEOs and executives of those companies on high alert. Joining us now is NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin. And Brian, you spoke to the CEO, the former CEO of Aetna. He knew Brian Thompson. Curious what his reaction was to this assassination.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I've been talking to healthcare executives all day who say threats are not uncommon at all and that the climate has been heated with members and insurance companies for decades. I did just speak with the former CEO of Aetna Insurance, David McNicholas, who knew Brian Thompson. Take a listen. You were the CEO of Aetna. How common are threats to, high-level execs at these health insurance companies?
I would say they're ubiquitous. And so going back 20, 25 years when I was at UnitedHealthcare, which is when I met Brian 20 years ago, even then we were dealing with threats all the time. And a number of senior executives, and I could give you names, they actually had security that traveled with them. And often they would not travel in public transportation, but use private transportation just for security reasons. And so those kinds of threats coming to senior leaders in the health plan organizations, that's been going on for a very long time.
Are you surprised Brian didn't have security?
I am. Now, Brian headed one of the largest unit of United Health Group. I'm certain that Andrew Whitty, who is the CEO of United Health Group and to whom Brian reported, he has security with him 24 hours a day. I'm a little surprised that Brian didn't, but you're in Midtown Manhattan. You're at a very high-class hotel. You're not going to run into random violence. And so he likely thought it was unnecessary.
And McNicholas told me that Brian Johnson was well-liked by employees, known to be the kind of CEO that anyone could go up and talk to regardless of what level they are in the company. But again, he said it's clear the climate is known right now that these threats exist and that most of these CEOs do have security. Elizabeth?
Yeah, lots of disgruntled customers. We've been seeing a lot of people venting in the wake of this murder about their own insurance companies and their own cases where they've been denied coverage. Lots of fury online. Brian Entin, thanks so much. Joining us now is retired Lieutenant Commander for the NYPD, Joe Cardinale, and former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker. Chris led the high-profile manhunt of the Olympic Park bomber Eric Rudolph. So two great people to have on this. Joe, I want to start with you. This photo might not be clear enough to use facial recognition, but if anybody knows this man, they will recognize him.
Oh, they'll recognize him, but that photo that you're showing right now, that's a better photo. And they'll combine the two. They'll do partial facial recognition. They'll do whatever they can to zero in on the traits of his face. And they'll send it out there, and they'll just keep combing the area for any other surveillance photos that they can combine with this. Hopefully they'll get a hit on any prints, and hopefully they'll get some DNA on this. But the way this investigation is going, they're starting to compile a lot of good information, all right? And I think you just have to let the detectives, greatest detectives in the world, continue to do their work, and we will have a successful outcome with this.
Chris, this man could be anywhere in the country by now. We are now 36 hours after the event. He could have easily hopped on a plane at any of the 3 airports nearby and be anywhere. That's why it's important nationwide. We have a national audience here that everybody look at this because he could be from your hometown.
Yeah, I mean, he has no reason to stay in the city. And, I take him as a person who probably drove or got out of there via subway and had a car parked somewhere. I don't see him as someone who flew into New York and found his way over to the hotel. So, I said earlier, and I've said it several times now, that the video would solve this crime. And I stand by that. It's a lot like the Boston bomber. That is exactly how they solved that case. Because it isn't just, a lot of these criminals in New York, they'll put on a mask when they commit the crime, but the video is everywhere all the time.
Right.
It's dense in that area. And, they'll capture them before they put the mask on and after they put the mask on. And it is, to me, it is a video solution to this. As soon as that picture went out, I believe that person's already been identified.
Do you
and
think...
I think the only issue now is where is he?
Right. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.